Folks! Where are you? Coming? Hold on. I'm on the wrong side. What are you guys looking at? Oh, we got the Commander Legends area. Some loose crap. Let's see here. Hold on. What's up? Did you miss me? So a bunch of people are like, Rudy, do not pre-order Aftermath. It's going to be the next Baldur's Gate. Holy cow, we just did a video on this yesterday. Rudy, do not do this. Rudy, I'm not. Everybody needs to stop their pre-order. Don't touch it. Oh my god. Look, I'm being honest with everybody. If you think it's crap, then don't buy it. If you're a patron, don't buy the Aftermath product. Just stick me with it. I'll keep it all. Whatever. I guess we're to a point when people don't like a product or don't, which I'll get to in a second, for whatever the reason. I guess the cool thing to do is to go online and tell everybody, don't buy it. Oh, God. Or everybody call your LGSs and cancel every... I guess that feels good. So if you're unhappy, you got to make sure everybody else does the same thing. It's a very strange cultural phenomenon. So essentially, the short answer is, I saw messages and comments come through saying, Rudy, there's no serialized cards, so it's a hard pass. So that brought me to an interesting thing. So now we are already at a point where people believe if there's no serialized cards, don't touch it for a collectible or an investment or whatever people are saying. That's what that seems to be this new angle. And boy, that came quick. First it was, hey, serialized cards. We knew it was coming one day. I talked about it 2-3 years ago about the future of Magic. We'll have serialized cards. We're going to be in the sports card direction. We had talked about this 3 years ago. And then we have our very first thing. We started having Kamigawa, these neon ink chase cards, which didn't have serialized cards, but we knew how rare they were. And then, of course, we had Brothers War, which rocked the system with these gorgeous serialized artifact series, the first ever in a standard set, which makes that set so special. And then, of course, March of the Machine, the mom set. The stepmom set comes out, and the serialized cards are through the roof. Everybody wants them. Everybody says, well, that's the reason why March of the Machine collector boxes are going to hold up and continue to do well. So now, we get the next set, this first ever small, cheaper supplemental set. The cheapest Magic release we've had in years. Yeah, I know, less cards, small box. And everyone's just like, oh, no serialized cards, I'm out, Rudy. And I'm like, did we really shift that quickly? To if there's no serialized cards, we just got to be out? And, I just... The public online social media machine is such an interesting, unpredictable beast. Because on the surface, people believe, oh, I can tell by the strength of the cards, I can tell by, there's no chase cards, there's no this. I've done this long enough, Rudy. I was like, okay. I was like, then I must just be really bad at this game. Because I've done this my entire life. When I go to Chick-fil-A and get waffle fries, they say, sir, you smell like cardboard. I say, thank you very much. I'll upsize that to the Biggie waffle. There's no Biggie waffle fries. 2 waffle fries. And I'm like, I've done this my whole life. Probably more than that's healthy to do. And I can tell you all, to this very high degree of certainty, that anyone who claims they can predict long-term, not short-term, long-term price movement and what's going to be hot and what's going to be not, those are the people you need to be careful of. Because not only do you need to make your own decisions in this world, but always remember, just like Wall Street, it's like 93-point-something% of all Wall Street traders never turn a profit trading the stock market. I'm sorry, but if 93% of something, or 93 out of every 100 people are always wrong, I'm probably not going to be wanting to take advice from most people if almost every single person gets it wrong in the long term. And that the same thing can be applied to any market. I had the same thing in 2018, 2019, when people, family and friends said, Rudy, you're going to buy a bunch of real estate? The real estate market's all-time high here in Florida in 2018, 2019. I said, yeah, but it's an opportunity. I'm going to buy big into this real estate in a certain area. And I did. Obviously, I did not know 2020 and pandemic and then 2021 and inflation and money printing and all this craziness was going to cause real estate to go up 50 to 100% in literally a 12-month span. But again, I can't just sit here and say, hey, I'm a real estate pro because I double my money on a bunch of real estate I bought. Because I just bought property I liked and the value just happened to double 18 months later. That doesn't make me a good real estate investor. And, you know, this, just because I'm diversified and I'm obsessed with cardboard, doesn't make me a good cardboard investor. I just, in my mind, I know how to approach it, and then I just wait. And I outweight the LGSs in distribution. I outweight everybody. That's about it, man. I'm in my late 30s. I just outweight. I try to be healthy and active, and that's kind of my approach to things. So this whole concept that we've already made it to, if there's no serialized cards, I'm out. And this concept of trying to tell people this and that, you know, what do we got around here? You remember that? When Rudy was ridiculed and laughed at online for selling to his patrons for $119 and $129 and $139? What else we got? Well, this isn't something I sold, but I'm on Kitty Cat. I didn't sell fat packs. Oh, I'm sorry, does this actually say fat pack? Oh, it just says bundle. Oh, they were changing it. I didn't sell these to patrons, but I did sell Almond Kit. And I can tell you all for a fact, the negativity was so high, including my own negative opinion. I think 3% of the patrons bought Almond Kit from me for the 8 months I carried it for $79 a box. Because it was trash, right? The entire internet. So, oh, here's a good one. Kaldheim. Right? Kaldheim. I loved this set. I thought Kaldheim and Zendikar Rising from this era, what was the exact date? Was it still 2020 or 2021? Technically Q1 2021, right after 2020. I loved this set. I thought Kaldheim and Zendikar Rising was a phenomenal time in Magic. I thought Zendikar Rising was a phenomenal product. The reason I'm telling you all this stuff is that... The reason I'm telling you all this stuff is that you gotta make your own decisions, folks. In this wave of people saying, Rudy, you know, I love you, bro. I'm a patron, but I'm not buying Aftermath. Not from you, not from anyone. I don't care if you're the cheapest price. I'm just not touching it. And my reply is, that's cool. Then don't buy it. I have patrons that never buy anything. They just send me a question every month or every 2 months, and they want to ask me some questions on finance or maybe long-term stuff or money stuff or an item they like, and that's it. I mean, I'm not like, you didn't buy my sets. You're banned. No, pretty much doesn't work that way. Unless you're literally causing me problems or doing shady shit, like you're trying to take and poach patrons to other stores, and you're trying to literally just attack me every time I do something. Or the most common reason that most patrons lose their account is that, well, their account gets delinquent and declined, and then they just get purged off the website, and that's really, or they voluntarily close their account, and then there's a product coming up later on, and like, oh crap! And they try to reopen their account, and they can't. So, overall, make your own decisions, folks. You know, because remember, the way we view products at pre-release, at release, during Rudy's pump and hype in your stepsister, post-release plus 90 days, 1 year post-release, and out of print post-release, every one of these snapshots are going to have a different emotional response and a different perspective. Okay? I can tell you all, Kaldheim didn't sell that good to the patrons. I can tell you Zendikar Rising did. Well, I can tell you all. What do we got? I can tell you all. Oh, here's a good one. I haven't seen that one in a while. This Unstable set. These were $79 to the patrons a long time ago, like 5 years ago. It sold okay, but most people just said, I won't touch Unsets. Okay. And then, Return to Ravnica. That's a funny one. But, you know, that's just the concept, folks. I'm having this conversation with you guys as a one-on-one. I got no pants on. We're going to hold hands and frolic in Central Park together. And I feel like the market and the public just loses their way. And we all have this natural inclination when we're curious about something to go online, to Google it, to go to the Discords, the Reddits, the Facebooks, the MySpace, the Tinders, the Grinders, the Tumblrs, the Silk Roads. And we all want to ask other people their opinion on these products. And the problem is you're asking other people online when most people are always wrong, but the human mind seeks out other opinions to try to see if other people agree or disagree with your idea or theory. But the problem that we don't seem to grasp is that reaching out for other opinions makes it worse. Because it's either going to skew you in a direction to buy something or not buy something, when you should probably just be using your own instinct and making your own judgment based on your own financial situation. If you're in a one-bedroom apartment and you're on Tinder every night trying to do some ladies of the night kind of thing, and you're in credit card debt and you're maxed out and you don't have the cash flow, you probably shouldn't be buying of anything. You shouldn't be buying Rudy's you shouldn't be buying anything. No matter what I'm selling, or LGS is selling, or Amazon, or Jeff Bezos is selling, you should probably be working on the basic adult things. And then once things are stable and you can really enjoy the hobby and build positions and enjoy your nest egg and your collective thing and your positions, you enjoy it more. Because when you're leveraged, like we saw last year, that's when people get wiped out. And I can survive last year's nastiness no matter what the market thinks and all this stupid, fake news rumor crap that starts about me and every other store. The difference is I'm still here. I didn't dump all my positions. I've got everything from Boulder's Gate to Caldeheim to, what were the other bad sets? I don't know. And, the difference is I just wait. Because eventually the perspective will change. And then the bad product becomes the good product. And if you don't have your positions, you start fighting everybody else to try to get it when it's too late. And I really think that a lot of this negative stuff online, and that's why this channel and the views continue to be very soft and weak, because I'll put an aggressive negative title on this video to help the views. But that's how it is, folks. It's kind of sad. I think that's my conclusion of all this stuff. It's just kind of a crappy thing. It kind of sucks that I have to put negative titles and I got to make these really dramatic negative spins, because that's just what the interweb and the internet and the social media overlords want. I got nothing. I think Aftermath's going to be fun. I think it's going to sell out. I think it's going to do just fine. I think most people are going to miss out. In the short term, it could spike, it could tank, it could bounce around, but I think it's going to be fine. The fact that it's short printed, smaller sets, Wizards is approaching it with a lot of caution on supply. I don't have any concerns of it. I really don't. It's not Boulder's Gate 2.0. I just don't see it dropping 50-80%. I think that's goofy. People sending me messages saying, March of the Machine Aftermath collector boxes should be $50. And the draft boxes, the mini draft box should be like $20 to be worth it. Like, just goofy stuff, man. And then, you know what? If that's the case, don't buy it. Or if you do buy it, dump it to me for those prices. I'll buy it all at those prices. That's ridiculous.